So here I will explain the difference between nanti and setelah. So basically for nanti, we still don't know when exactly the time. But for setelah, it happens after the activity or after the event. Okay, let's go for the example. Nanti saya telepon ya. I will call you later. Nanti, later. Okay, and next, kita ngobrol nanti. We talk later. So here, the time is not specific. We use it when we don't know exactly when something will happen. Okay, and setelah. Okay, setelah meeting, kita makan siang. After the meeting, we have lunch. Setelah golf, saya ke kantor. After golf, I go to the office. So setelah means after something happens, and it's always followed by the activity or event. Okay, like meeting. Yeah, after meeting, what we do? Have lunch. So we do have lunch after meeting. Okay, so there is a specific event, what we do, what they do after the activity. But here, don't know yet when exactly the time for nanti. Okay, next, the word tinggal. So tinggal actually, it has many meanings, and it happens because in Indonesian we have affixes and context of course changes. So the core meaning for tinggal means to live or to stay. Saya tinggal di Bandung. I live in Bandung. So tinggal means stay or live. So this is the core meaning, the main meaning. Tinggal means live or stay. And for the context and affixes, it changes, depends on the context and the situation. So tinggal means leftover or remaining. And it's usually about quantity. Kuenya tinggal satu. So here tinggal doesn't mean live or stay. Here means left. Kuenya tinggal satu. Only one cake is left. Affix me plus tinggal, it means pass away. For example, nenek saya meninggal 2 tahun lalu. My grandmother passed away 2 years ago. Tertinggal. Ter plus tinggal. Ter plus tinggal means left behind or forgotten. Okay, for example, tas saya tertinggal di rumah. My bag was left at home. So there is a tip to differentiate tinggal and different affixes. So the tip, we need to know the prefix me or ter. Like for example, me plus tinggal, meninggal. Ter plus tinggal, tertinggal. Okay, besides, we also need to know the situation or the conversation. For the last one, it's passive voice. In Indonesian language, there are 2 types of passive voice. Passive type 1 using di. So we use type 1 when the doer is he, she, they, a name or job or title. So this is the formula, object plus di, verb plus by doer. For example, pencuri ditangkap polisi. The thief is caught by the police. Laporan ditulis manager. The report is written by the manager. While the passive type 2, there is no D. Okay, passive type 1 using D. Passive type 2, no D. We use type 2 when the doer is I, you, and we. So formula, object plus I or you or we plus base verb. For example, buku ini saya baca. This book I read. So there is no D here, only the base verb, right? Buku ini saya baca. Not dibaca, but just baca. Masalah ini kita bahas besok. This issue we discuss tomorrow. Okay, I think it's enough for today. Thank you so much for your attention. Have a good day.